that's pretty cool. Guys, hi everybody.
Perfect.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you guys want to try with me? Let's start. I'll turn around so you guys can follow along a bit easier. We'll start with the left foot. We're gonna cross in front on 1. Replace on 2. Check out how it's the ball of the foot, not the flat foot. It's the ball of the foot. 2, 3. And then I want to switch and with my right foot go in front on 5. Cross behind on 6. Again, at the ball of the foot. 7. So altogether it looks like 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So it does move across to the side a little bit. Depending on how much space you have when you're doing the shine, you can take a little bit more room or you can go a little bit more vertical. It's totally up to you. It is designed to move slightly. You don't need to go crazy, yeah? So when you're watching me do it, I am going 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm not doing, I don't know if you can see this. This is a no, don't do this one. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, yeah? You don't need to do so big. Don't need to travel a lot with this one. Keep it tight. Remember, salsa shines are made to be danced alone, but still with a partner. So what that means is when you're dancing salsa and you take a break, you're breaking apart. Most of the time when you're dancing a shine, it's actually facing each other. You're just kind of dancing it to kind of the beat, feeling the music a little bit. So you still want to make sure you're not going like too far away from your partner, just so that you have enough space so you guys can continue whenever the leader decides. So leaders also keep in mind, don't go too far. Yeah, because your followers always trying to pay attention to you. You're trying to read where you're going. So if you're going to the left or going to the right, it doesn't matter. You always want to make sure that it all is cohesive. You're crossing here, like big, and I cross quite small. I'm quite close together. That way my base is quite narrow. So when I go for my cross, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, it actually doesn't yield a lot of movement. If you were to do a big step on the first one, it looks a little wonky, and I'll show you. So I'll just kind of leave it on the middle here. Okay, it's good, you can see me. When I do a small step, it looks quite calm, and it allows my rest of my body to kind of move. If you do a big step on the first one, it looks a little wonky because it looks like your step is a little bit too big. Yeah, because it's too wide. It doesn't give you that kind of flavor that you want. Yeah, so you want to make it nice and petite, crossing in front. The only thing that's important is that you're going to continue moving, and your weight has to be on your forward foot. What that means is, boom, boom, I go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you see how my standing leg is always my left foot. Even when I put my right foot down, it's at the ball of the foot, so I don't actually put a lot of weight back. So you don't need to be like this. So you don't want to hop forward and back. Okay. When I do this SUZY Q, I kind of let my left side, if I'm going to my right, if my left is crossing in front, I kind of let my left side come forward just a little bit. Yeah, so it's not here, it's not a lot, it's just slightly. It's just, I don't want to feel like I'm really, really square all the time when I'm doing a SUZY Q. I kind of let my left side come forward a little bit, and then my right side comes forward a little bit. You'll notice that with the angle of my hips and the angle of my shoulders, they're parallel. Yeah, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 points, they're all a square. So I want my hips, if you notice, if I put them forward, they're not facing quite forward, just because it's a little bit uncomfortable to do it like this. So my hip does open just slightly, maybe around a 45-degree angle-ish. So that's why my shoulders also open a few degrees. This is gonna allow you to do a little bit of motion, and it's going to give you a little bit more flow to your movement. It's going to allow you to feel a little cooler. Just because when you're crossing your left foot in front of your right foot, you kind of want to bring your left shoulder forward, and then when you do the opposite side, you want to let your right shoulder come forward a little bit. It's just going to add a little bit to your groove. It's not designed to be a forward action, yeah. So you don't need to do this. You don't need to like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and see how I consistently moving towards you guys. When I do this SUZY Q, I try to actually stay on the spot more or less. So even if I were to do it like 5, 6 times, I'm more or less the same place, because remember, salsa is dance in a small space sometimes, yeah? So when you're dancing at a club, there's not a lot of movement, so you don't want to be necessarily this. Yeah, that's more of a ballroom cha-cha thing, and we're not really doing that.